Hi.
Hope you're well. Can I just start off by asking you just what the latest is regarding some team news? How is Wilfried Zaha after his hamstring injury that he picked up on international duty? What's the latest there?
He's still in the medical room. We will see how it's going to be tomorrow, but we have to wait for the next couple of days before thinking about him starting training with the squad. But at the moment, he's spending time in the medical room.
So would you say that he's definitely ruled out at Monday's game?
No, not at all. No, we're going to wait and see what will happen, but we still have until Monday. So hopefully he will get better and he can have a couple of training with the team. But we have to wait and see what will happen the next couple of days.
And do you think, worried that it might be a long-term injury, or you just don't know at this stage?
We don't know. The good things about Wilfried is that he's not getting injured really often. That is the only good hope about that. But we have to wait and see what will happen day after day.
And Michael Olise, he picked up a problem with the France under-21 squad, some sort of foot issue. Another report said that he had a hamstring injury. Can you just clarify what the situation is?
No, he just had issues with his foot. And since he get back with the French under-21, he's still in the treatment room as well. So he's not ready to do some work outside. So the same again, we have to evaluate day after day and see how he's feeling, and then we will see.
So he's still got a chance to make it for...
Yeah, both of them still have a chance, yeah.
Good. Today, the Premier League are talking and discussing and having a meeting, and one of the things they're looking at is a possible vote on the introduction of 5 substitutes. Is that something that you would approve of, and are you in favour of 5 subs, and if so, why?
I don't know, a decision like that is always a good and the bad about it. I would say the positive side of having 5 substitutes is about how you will manage the last 20-25 minutes of the game. Obviously, when you can change 5 players, I think that is positive. When you look at the other side of it, 5 changes mean like 45-50% of the outfit players. So it's a lot of rotation, I would say, and that is for me the negative side of it, is to have a 10 outfield player that having 5 substitutes, I think is a lot for a game of football. We have to wait and we will see what the vote will be.
Do you know which way Palace are voting?
No.
Thank you. And earlier in the week, quite a few headlines were made regarding Harry Maguire when he was back in the England team. Some of his teammates spoke out in favour of him afterwards. There was some booing of him in the warm-up of the game. I just wondered what your thoughts were about that, whether you had a view, and how difficult it is if you're a player that's actually being booed for your international team as opposed to your club team.
I think it's always difficult for players to get booed when you want to represent your country. So of course it is a difficult situation for him because he's not really pleasant. But at the same time, this is part of the game, and he, I'm sure, have the strength to bounce back and to show how good he is. I don't think he should be worried too much about it. The worry is always about the way you perform on the field, and there is a way for him to win back the fans is to perform for the national team, and I think he did it really well. I think the important message was the quote from the manager who said that under him, I think he always performed and he's really pleased with his performance, and I think that is the most important things that we have to keep in our mind, and all the talk around it, I think it's just part of the game.
Really big game for you on Monday, obviously, from a team perspective and also for your perspective, coming up against a club that you have a lot of emotion for. What have you made of Arsenal's progress and improvement as the season's gone on?
I'm not surprised about the way that they are playing and they've been progressing. I believe that they have a good squad, a good manager, and now I think they have a really clear idea, understanding about how they want to play the game, and they are playing a better football. They play with a lot of confidence, and I think that is a massive difference, is the confidence. And obviously, yes, it's going to be challenging for us, but we are in a really good period as well, and we're looking forward to the game.
And Mikel Arteta, what have you made of his progression and his development as a manager and a head coach?
I think he went through a difficult period, and he managed to keep his calm and his cool, and managed to return the situation, I would say. All the credit to him, and the work he's been doing, and the result that he had lately has been really positive.
Thanks, Patrick. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Go to Mark from PLP.
Hi, Patrick. Obviously, it's a different competition back to the Premier League after the FA Cup quarter-final win, but how much of a positive feeling is there amongst the camp at the moment? It must be a real feel-good factor given how things are going, the Man City draw as well, all that sort of coming together.
Yeah, it's good. I think the result has been good. Yes, the performances has been good, but can be better. I think it's important for us is to keep working hard, to keep working well, and to have this kind of desire to improve individually and collectively. And the staff, our responsibility is to keep challenging the players, because we want more from them, because they have the potential to do more. So having the positive result, I think, allowed us to have a happy camp and to keep working and being demanding.
You speak about the happy camp. I know a lot of Palace fans are very proud about the players that were playing for England. As a manager, how much pride do you take in the fact that they were recognised?
I think it's not just as a manager, but the club, the whole club. We're talking about the fans, the staff, the supporters, the people who are working every day in the training facility. We are all very proud to have those three players who been to international level and representing the England, and even more proud when they are doing really well. So that is a good. That's really good for the football club.
Obviously, you want to beat Arsenal on Monday, but as someone that's got a bit of an emotional attachment to the club, how much have you enjoyed seeing the way they're playing, and also the young talent that Mikel's bringing through that's coming to the fore there?
Yeah, I think when you're looking at the DNA, I think, of Arsenal Football Club, they always had those young players coming through the academy and perform in the Premier League, and I think it's important to always try to create this kind of pathway, and I think Arsenal did it quite really well, and those players now are Premier League players and play the European competition and playing in the international level, and that's good for Arsenal.
Looking back at the game earlier this season, so close to winning at the Emirates, what can you take from that game? What did you learn in terms of how you can get to Arsenal?
No, I think the games that we played over there, we played with personality, and we tried to dictate the tempo of the game. Of course, we knew that it would be tough and difficult, but what we can take over there is that, those crucial moments that we have to manage well. The game is never finished until the referee whistle the end of the game, and it's about the concentration that we need to have, especially against those teams. But it's something that we want to improve as a team. We know that from the start to where we are today, we are in a different place. But there's still some part of the game that we still need to improve, and one of them is to be consistent on our concentration for the 95 minutes.
And as a team this season, Palace have made it difficult for the bigger sides. Drew at home to Manchester City, narrow defeat to Chelsea. Seems to be the sort of task that you really relish.
Yeah, this is the really exciting games to play, and especially at home with the fans. I think the support that we had at home has been fantastic, and that allowed us to perform in our level. And we show a lot of character, good spirit when we play against those teams, and hopefully Monday will be one of those games that we can perform
I actually remember covering the game in 2004 when Arsenal played at Selhurst Park. You played in that game. It was 1-1 and it was absolutely rocking. Do you have any memories of that match at all?
No, it's long time ago, so not good memories.
Fair enough. And just finally, would it mean that bit more to you to beat Arsenal as a manager?
No, not at all. I think he's 3 points on the table. I think he's quite a basic answer, but our performances has to be good if we want to win the game, and we want to win that game.
Top man, thanks Patrick.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Okay, that ends the broadcast section. Thank you. We'll do some questions for the